what is Marseille? Where did that name come from?
Oh, it's really boring. Like, the answer is so boring. Like, people always think we're French or something, and it's actually because it's named after the football kit.
Oh, okay.
Because I was just wearing it, and just said, oh, let's just name the band after that.
Oh, I find so many bands just see a random word, or just like do something random, and they're just like, okay, we'll name it that.
Yeah, everyone's so underwhelmed by that story.
Yeah.
I mean, my surname's part French, so that's probably the only bit you can apply to it.
You can probably say, yeah, we're a little bit French.
But there was no thought into that at all.
Yeah.
There was no like.
Oh, yeah.
No, we didn't eat it at all.
You can just make that part up.
Yeah, that's what I tell people.
Where, how did you start? Like, how did you all meet? When did you start making music?
Well, me and Will met at school. Initially, we didn't like each other. I thought he was full of himself. He probably thought the same. I was just a bit odd, which I was.
No, I got the impression you didn't like me, and I was like, what the hell?
Yeah,
so I just said, no, I don't like you then.
But that would change when we walked home from school one day together, and I don't know how or why, but we were listening to music, and then we just got onto the topic of Gorillaz, Kasabian, both bands that we really like, and then that links to the Stone Roses and stuff. And yeah, he knew I played a bit of music, and then we've just never looked back really.
Yeah.
Joined the band, picked up bass for a bit, and then
we did a band before Marseille, which was a bit shit.
we thought it was good.
Yeah, we thought it was good at the time. Probably good for our age.
What was that called?
Concrete Skies.
Concrete Skies.
However, the funny thing is with that, some songs in Marseille are from that band, just massively switched up.
Really?
Yeah.
So a lot of the songs.
Monkey in the Middle is actually from that band.
Wow. So
Yeah.
that's like your newest song, right? Monkey.
Yeah.
So is Stinker as well.
Stinker.
Mad. So you guys kind of started it, founded it? Or
the way Marseille started is because I got kicked out of that band before, just before lockdown.
How did you get fully kicked out? Did you kick him out?
Me and two others.
Okay.
But I was the more lenient one because I was like, guys, are we actually sure? And then, But look, it was meant to be. But the reason he sort of brought me on is because I was the only one who checked up on him afterwards. Because I did genuinely feel bad, and I felt bad about doing it. It was an odd time, I'd say.
Like you said, it was meant to be. I mean,
well,
you're not in Marseille.
That made him jump ship from that band to this band. So I mean, it all worked out.
Yeah.
And then Tom joined after lockdown because obviously we weren't gigging or anything. We weren't even like a fully fledged band during lockdown, but we were just writing, and then we had all these songs until we needed to start playing them live. So we got Tom in. Then Lennon joined at an open mic. Then Will I think it was just through Paul, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Paul got him on.
We did our first gig with him about 2 months ago, and then recently he's decided to permanently stay, which is
nice. So
amazing.
you got a full form band now then. Obviously, you guys are doing quite a few gigs, right? Like I've seen.
Well, we're gigging tonight,
Yeah, and you're in Mexborough. Yeah. So obviously we're in Derby. I mean, you guys have started doing gigs all around the UK. I mean, have you got a tour coming up?
Yeah, September we've got a tour.
That's crazy. And whereabouts are you performing in that?
We're doing 10 different dates, so they're all major cities mainly, other than Halifax. Sorry, Halifax. So we're playing, I think it's Manchester, Sheffield, Halifax, Newcastle, Glasgow,
I can't remember
Southampton, Brighton. This is Testament. Birmingham, London, Nottingham.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got a lot.
Yeah, we've got a lot, and it's selling really well. So.
And when does that start?
September 12th.
Is there any tickets left?
Well, they're selling really well. They might not be by the time it starts.
Okay, so we're going to get this interview out as soon as possible. So
people can get it.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I think we're on about 400, something like that.
Okay.
We need to sell a few more, and then the whole tour sold out. We've got hopefully a few dates going to sell out as well.
It's our biggest one yet, but we're really proud of the way it's going to turn out, and the way it's been put together has been amazing. So,
when we first started organising it, Ross, who's the promoter, was like, I'm going to put you in 200 capacity venues, and I was like, well, I don't know if we can do that.
Yeah.
And I was like, I think you're pushing us a bit too far there. And he was like, no, you're underestimating yourself. And then the first day, I think we sold 150 tickets.
That is crazy.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, maybe we are.
That's mad. You as a band, you can just sell that many tickets. That is incredible, really.
It's amazing when that happens, because it's like, you do underestimate yourself, because once you're in it, you don't realise how far you're getting.
Yeah, you just need to look back to realise how far you've come.
Yeah. So, for those that don't know, what is your kind of genre of music? I mean, some of you might hear it and be like, it's kind of like an 80s, 90s, maybe kind of vibe, I don't know.
Yeah, it's like sort of Manchester thing, mixed with shoegaze. It's like, we're trying to make something new, so it's like not a regurgitated thing that's already been done. we're trying to like fuse genres together, because I think that sort of music's not been explored further, like far enough. Like there's so much potential that's not been fulfilled in that.
I think nowadays as well, there's so much kind of indie alternative rock, and there's not really much of what you guys are doing, especially in Derby.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, that's why we even started the band, because we were just like, well, there's nothing that really, like, actually really makes us go, yeah, that's amazing.
For me, it's weird musically, because it's like, we say we're this genre and this genre, and we bring in hints of others, but it was, I don't know, for me personally, it was never really seemed like an aim, it just sort of happened, you know. It depends what you listen to at the time. Like, I was a big fan of the Verve, like early Verve, so the early like shoegazy psychedelic thing. He'll write something in that style and it just comes naturally. It's not something we just aim for, it's just, it's just what you're inspired by, I think.
So the process of creating our music, is it just completely random then, like a random idea that one of you might have, and you go to the rest of the lads and just say?
Yeah, well, usually it's just like an idea that I've got, or something where I've written the bones of the song, and I'll come in and everyone just jams along, and I just let them do what they do, because obviously if I wrote all the parts, then it just wouldn't be like original, would it?
Yeah.
So I would just make it sound like what I want to sound like. But when these guys have all got different influences, that's when it becomes something unique.
So these lyrics that you write, have they got like a meaning to you, or like personal, or maybe a message that everyone else can kind of relate to?
I think every song's really got a message. You've just got to look deep.
Okay, so what about the name like Monkey in the Middle? Where did that come from?
That was actually quite a funny one, wasn't it?
Yeah,
well, it's funny to us when we were in, like,
it was just a stupid reason, because obviously like, that song was written when we were about year 8, year 9.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, wow. So it had no relevance to the song at all, but I try and make it have a relevance to the song. So the song's actually written about like being sort of, I don't know, performing monkey. I'm trying to make it seem like it made sense. So like, it's like being a performing monkey in like a record label situation or something, where they make you...
Oh, so you're like very corporate.
Yeah, if you listen to the lyrics, it's about like being used as a cash grab and stuff.
Wow. Being caught in the middle of something, really.
Yeah, but the only reason why it's called Monkey in the Middle is because them like used to call me World Monkey, because I've got really long arms and really long legs. So that's why.
So you were like, oh, something in the middle because we're being used to money.
Well, he just said Monkey in the Middle.
Yeah.
Well, I think it was just because we wanted an odd name, and at the time, because it was written in our old band, we just, like, each member just named something random like that. It'd either be just one lyric in the title, or if we couldn't think of anything that was good for a name, we'd just, like, anything. There was a few just odd names that didn't mean anything in that band, but I've still got videos on my phone of all these, but maybe they were shared to the world at one point, but I don't think
any of the songs at the time.
We can share them to the world again.
Yeah,
well, maybe.
There was no songs that really had any relevance to the title, other than possibly my name.
Maybe, but I think for lyrics it's cool when you can put your own meaning on things. I think the more vague it is, the more meaning people can infer for themselves. Like, I understand lyrics that are directly about something, like in a lot of music today, but you know, if something doesn't necessarily point to one particular subject, it's really interesting how, you know, people can infer it. Like, I think leave people to find their meaning to themselves. It's like, because then you can relate it to your life. If I tell you what the meaning is, and you're just going to think every time you hear the song, it's going to ruin it for some people where they're like, oh, I thought this was about like grief or losing a girlfriend or something. When really it's not. It's probably written about going to McDonald's. It's cool. Like for our song that we play in our set, State of Mind, that was written about. That doesn't mean like you were. That's an angry song. You were upset about being kicked out of the old band. It's basically an angry message to me, really. Yeah, it's an angry song, and everyone thinks it's about mental health. But it's good that if people can infer that from that anyway. I mean, if it relates to them and gets a message through in one way, then that's, you know.
I think it's important that, like, obviously you've got some songs where it's like very direct, like you were saying, people will know exactly what it's about. But if it is a bit like vague, people can. I think it's best to be vague. They can make what they want of it. They can just be like, well, I think it's this, and I'm listening to it because I feel this way. Like,
well, I mean, if you look back and stuff like the Beatles, they were always vague. Like, it was all about.
That's why they're so timeless.
Yeah, because their songs will always have some relevance to someone, and it's why, like, you know, a couple of years ago you still had McCartney headlining and stuff.
Yeah, that's why
it's all relevant.
That's why I don't think that like a lot of songs nowadays are timeless, because they reference things that are only going to be like things. In this generation, like talk about hitting people up on Snapchat and stuff and like that, you know, and like I don't know, just talking about clubs and stuff that are already open now. Like in 20 years' time, no one's going to know what they are.
Yeah, that's true.
Like if you speak about love, that's not going to go away, is it?
Yeah.
Not all our songs are about love.
No. It's just me. I mean, that's just an example.
I think a lot of people do write songs about kind of like girls or relationships or like love and stuff like that. But I mean, with you guys, like Monkey in the Middle, that's pretty different, isn't it? To other bands.
Yeah, most of the time, songs are like self-loathing.
Yeah.
I mean, like for me, I, even for bands I like, I don't pay attention to lyrics that much. Like, I'm awful with that. Right?
I'm the same.
I'm just like, oh, this sounds cool and stuff. I don't know what the meaning is.
I'm the same.
Bizarrely with lyrics, like whenever I listen to a band, it could be my favourite band of all time, or it could be my favourite song of all time.
Yeah.
I don't know what the words.
No.
I never know the words.
I don't even. I'll basically like. I'll be honest. I'll listen to your music and I won't even be listening to the lyrics. I'll hear it, obviously.
Yeah.
But I won't be like, oh, I'm not the type of person myself who's going to be like, oh, I think it means this. I listen to it because I like the noise, I like the sound. But yeah, right, let's move on to something sort of, I mean, how long have you guys been going for them? Since like 2020, I think?
Not probably, yeah, that's when me and you first started writing together. I'd probably say late 2021 is when things started moving.
Yeah, that's when we had Tom.
Because that's when we had Tom, and that's when we started like having something.
So let's say late 2021.
Yeah.
From then to now, and it's 2024.
Yep.
What is something that's kept you motivated to keep going, or something that right now is keeping you motivated to keep going from now on?
We're crap at everything else.
Yeah, we just shit at everything else. Yeah, I think like seeing the crowds grow and stuff is making us more motivated to do it, and just like really feeling like there's a buzz at times.
Knowing that it's paying off, you know, keeps you motivated. Knowing that you're constantly growing, and I think people from all over the country, or some in different countries that are aware of your music, you know, it's a great feeling. But you just do it because you're just passionate, really.
Yeah.
Well, there's no trick question.
I mean, we know how good we are as well. Like, obviously, it sounds dead arrogant, but I mean, we know where we should be, and that's where we're working to be, and we're not going to stop till we get there.
Well, that's good.
That's why we keep going. I mean, we could be playing to a man and his dog every week, but if one week it blows up and then we're playing in front of 100,000 people.
That's true. And if you've got that talent, why would you not go for that? Why would you not go for something massive?
I mean, we're not going to give up. So.
Yeah, that's good.
You can call it arrogance, but it's just self-belief, and if you've not got self-belief as a band, then
just not so
what's the point?
If you're just doing it to just appease you now, I mean, you're not going to get anywhere, are you?
Yeah, that's true. So you guys are like kind of, I always go on to talking about your dreams and like aspirations. So you guys are aiming like big then. So like big stages.
Yeah, well, I mean, even if we don't make it that far, I think we'll get to a point where 10 years, 15 years, people look back and think, bloody hell, these are like one of the best bands of our generation. That's what we're aiming for.
Yeah, that's good.
Because the music is just too good to go and be swept under the rug.
Yeah.
As long as it's like a full-time job and people like, you know, we leave an impact and stuff, and we've done our bit, then I'm happy.
Yeah.
A lot of people say like if they can make it their job, like obviously you guys love it, you can see that from your passion.
I mean, even if it don't look at my job, I don't care if I don't make a penny of it, but I want our music to be remembered.
Yeah.
And that's all.
Yeah, I'll remember it. I will definitely. I'm sure loads of people that listen to it all the time will remember it. You know, leave a print on all of your like now fans, and you know, you guys are aiming big. You never know if you're on that like huge stage, you'll be remembered for ages. Like,
but obviously getting to the top is the main goal. But you know, we're happy with, you know, if it gets to people.
The issue is just patience at times.
Yeah,
I want the world, I want it now.
So, who do you guys look up to? I know you mentioned the Beatles earlier, but is there a certain like band or artist that you look up to? It might be different for each one.
Yeah, it definitely is different for everyone. Yeah. I mean, I'm quite into. I like early Primal Scream. I'm really getting into like Sonic Flower Groove and stuff. That's like, I used to hate that album. Like when I first got it, I was really disappointed.
Yeah.
And then over time, as I've listened to it more and more, I've seen that's like one of my favourite albums.
Nice. Then for me, I'm like, as a guitarist, it's like guitar heavy bands, but you know, stuff like The Who. I'm big into the Black Keys at the minute. I think they're quite underrated. And you know, got into the Jam as well. So just like some new bands, some old bands, you know. So that's some of the main influences currently. I mean,
do you guys have any upcoming music that you're going to be releasing soon?
We have a new single out next week.
Next week?
Yeah, we left the announcement a bit late. Did it on purpose to see how it would go. So we thought, well, if we do it a week out, and that means we're not ramming it down your throat for 3 weeks or something. So like we're just gonna need to just bombard people with it over the next week.
It's like a surprise. It's like a surprise.
It's coming out on Friday, and it's probably one of the strongest ones on the EP. I mean, the whole EP is like incredible. But
yeah, I was just going to add on like this EP. I know it's very cliche of every band to say, but when we say, "Oh, it's our strongest stuff yet," all you need to do as proof is that listen to our first single, and then listen to the whole discography, and then go from there and see what you think's best.
Well, you will keep improving. You know, like the more you play.
I think this is like this sound we're doing is probably our most comfortable sound yet. It's definitely our strongest stuff, and
it definitely
goes down amazingly.
Yeah, the sound fits us like a glove, and it's definitely an exciting time. Like, I mean, we were going through the track list of the album the other day, because that's what we want to do. We just need to get the production right in, because we just need to get it like we are live. Because really, live, I think a lot of people who have seen us would tell you that we're one of the best live bands in the country, easily.
I need to see you live.
Yeah,
I haven't seen you live.
A lot of people will tell you that, and it's like, not my words, but people do come up to us and say we're really good and stuff, and say that we are one of the best bands I've seen, and that's because we work hard at it. We try to get as good as we can. So we just need to get there. Yeah,
that's good though. I mean, you've already described, how you started. I mean, you got kicked out of the other bands. Yeah. Look where you are now, though. So it was meant to be, and I've
probably learned a thing or two from that. To be fair, you can't be a dickhead teenage.
I don't think it was like how he was back then. But, it is different. We were all very different when we were young.
Okay. So this next song then is Marseille. Like this is you. Like this is proper. The big step for Marseille. What is your next big step? Like what is your breakthrough kind of moment? What do you think that will be?
So I just think when people would realise that we're better than everyone else.
Yeah.
I mean that's like we're just waiting on that moment. I think something that lets us down is production, because I know there's a lot of people that mistake good production for a good song.
Yeah.
And obviously we don't have the budget to go and just record it out and road.
But I mean, we're learning as well.
We're learning as we go along. But I think we're recording with someone who's doing some gospel stuff to his name next. So I'm thinking that'll help us out a lot.
That's good. Yeah. So this process of creating your music, I'm guessing it's quite long. It's quite getting it all perfect, making like a perfect song, like how you want to hear it. Is it a long process? What is?
It can be. I mean, it comes in waves.
Sometimes songs are simple, though, aren't they? Like Forget It All. I think that's pretty much just done. We just said, "Oh, that already sound nice."
But I think when you're doing a lot of gigs and stuff, and you've got a lot of music stuff to do, and putting it all together, and
you get familiar with the songs. You get familiar.
You know how they need to sound. But then sometimes it's like, oh yeah, do you want to jam out this idea? Because then it's been a while since we jammed out something. I mean, we have worked on a new song recently.
Yeah, I mean, I think with all the stuff going on at the minute, we just need to get down and jam it.
Yeah, because we're doing the same set at the minute.
Yeah, I mean, we're already doing that because we thought Will wasn't doing it permanently, and we've not really experimented and put anything new in. Whereas we probably should. But the thing is, our songs are too long. So when we play half an hour, we get about 5 songs.
Because that last one's
if it's really good, then people don't mind listening to a really long song.
Well, I mean, I'd rather listen to 5-minute songs that are all amazing rather than 23-minute songs that are all boring.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so in the next 6 months, what can everybody see from you guys? Like Marseille, not just you two, but Marseille as a band.
See Lennon.
Yeah, you'll see Lennon.
See Lennon. Okay.
Yeah. What can you see from us? Well, I mean, we're doing a few festivals and stuff. We've got a few festival announcements to do.
Nice.
Yeah, we just need to keep growing. We need to just get more opportunities, because we know when we get them, we take them. Yeah. So we just need them.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of the time you have to do the same consistent stuff, but just as it goes on, just do it at a bigger scale. It is about just repeating it.
Just keep pushing and keep pushing the music, get more people listening to it, and then eventually, like you said, people realise and might be like, oh wow, this is like an amazing band.
Yeah, it's the moment of realisation. I think people don't realise what they've got until it's gone.
Yeah.
And I don't want it to be like that. I don't want to whilst we're around, people don't realise it. I don't want it to be too little,
too late. Realising.
Yeah, I don't want it to be too little, too late, to the point where they're like, well, let's call it a day because it's not going anywhere. Then all of a sudden everyone's like, oh no.
Essentially, we don't want people to start loving the band and one of us is dead.
Yeah.
Wow.
It can take off before one of us is 27 because we'll be dead.
What, at 27?
Well, apparently, yeah, from this we're all part of the 27 club now apparently, so we've got 8 years left.
Yeah.
Wow, you've got 8 years to make it big.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we'll see you in the next 8 years. Thank you very much.
You might not be dead.
We'll see you in the next 7 years.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Enjoy it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Cheers, Alfred.